Hello, 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 hello. Hello. I don't think anyone's here yet. I may be talking to myself, but we are getting started. Now, hold on. There we go. Oh! Almost pulled the cord out of my iPad. Okay, we're still good. Anywho, but yeah, we're getting started a little bit early today. I want to make absolutely sure that we finish Armored Core 6 today. Otherwise, we're going to end up with an Armored Core stream that's like 30 minutes long next week, which doesn't make any sense, so we might as well finish today. Hopefully. If my health permits it. Anyway, let's see. Heavy machine gun? I mean, it's expensive. Why not? Why not a heavy machine? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna jump straight in. We're gonna pick up where we left off last time. So we have two choices. I never realized this entire not entire stream. Well, yeah, but this entire time we've been playing this game, I never noticed the word decision at the bottom right or the decision icon. So I may have been making story-related decisions without thinking because I thought there would be two missions. That or this is the first time we're seeing a decision choice. I'm not quite sure. But it's essentially between two different choices. I either eliminate Cinder Carla or I intercept the corporate forces. Now, Carla is on our side and has saved us before, so I'm not... This just kind of seems like the evil route for no real benefit. I mean, I guess we could turn on Carla in the sense that Carla wants to eradicate the coral, that like oil-like life form resource that is on this planet. Carla wants to get rid of all the coral. So, and that voice in our head, our Cortana, essentially, she is, I guess, a life form of the coral. So I could kind of see this being a decision that makes sense if you really want to pick the side of Cortana. But for me personally, yeah, Cortana's like a voice in our head, but I don't feel any particular attachment to Cortana. I think that what Carla's doing makes a lot of sense, because Carla made it seem like the coral is rapidly, exponentially growing, and eventually it's going to spread out into space, and then at that point it's just a giant hazard, right? Because if something grows exponentially, then you know that becomes a much larger problem very, very quickly. Now, we could save Ayer or Cortana or whatever, but to me, I sympathize with Ayer, but I don't think that my sympathies for Ayer should be a higher priority than a universe-wide coral catastrophe. So, with that being said, I think the intercept the corporate forces makes a lot more sense. And I think we should take Carla's side, so I don't think we should be eliminating Carla. So our new mission is to eliminate 6 Freud of the Vespers.
Here's the situation, tourist. Arquebus has sent its entire force after the Xylem. We're trying to fend them off, but honestly, we've got our backs to the wall right now. That's where you come in. Leave the grunts to Chatty and the others. I've found someone just right for you. V1 Freud, the ace leading the corporate force. Vulture left me one last card to play. You. Once you're in, there's no turning back. Can I count on you?
Okay. So... yeah.
Raven,
Sure.
you've made your decision. I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? She gonna sabotage us? Hmm.
Main system activating combat mode.
Anywho.
Alright, let's roll. We've still got time until V1 deploys. Deal with the corpse heavy hitters first. We need you to have a chance at winning this. No pressure, tourist.
V2, situation report, sir. We've engaged the independent mercenary. So that's where the rut is. I've got fires to put out on the ground. By all means, take charge of the trivialities.
Where am I getting hit
Load
from?
of the big mouth on him.
Breaking up!
Ah.
Target destroyed. Keep it up, tourist.
We're taking a pounding, Chief. Looks like they boosted some of the PCA's best hardware.
Hear that, tourist? Let Chatty handle the starboard wing for now. You need to deal with the target.
We should have a ton of ammo for this. I'm not too worried yet. But lately we have been running out of ammo really quickly, huh? Bruh. There we go. All right. Now let's see. I think we need to go inside. Oh, they're on my side.
Visuals on the independent mercenary, sir. Understood. Eliminated!
Oh no.
Yes, Archivist likes to recycle too. Is that PCA tech is a terrorist?
Marketing business. V2, sir. V1 ready to... I told you not to bother the grunt.
Damn.
50%. Mercenary.
Got him.
Looks like we've secured the area. Resupply while you can.
Oh yes. This is what I was hoping for. A resupply. We're good on ammo, but I need more repair kits. I'm not doing so good repair kit wise. Okay.
Enemy reinforcements, Chief. Too many to handle.
Where do they even find all these people? Go give Chatty a helping hand, tourist.
Wow.
Chief, enemy detected. Coming in hot. ID code reads V1.
V1. Freud's making his move. Hurry it up, tourist.
Is he the Armored Core 6? You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm funny. I can't tell.
Chatty, job holding out.
Did what I could. Now we can fight back.
The John Armored Core 6. See, this is what I was saying. Like, what, 2 weeks ago?
Reading multiple LCs. And a pulse protection drone.
I'll move up front and draw their fire.
Talking about how, game should be named after the protagonist. Oh, well, I guess.
Chief, V1 is close.
Oh yeah? No rest for the wicked.
Damn it.
2 repair kits remaining.
I guess we're not the 6, right? That other guy? I don't remember. Okay. Is that it?
Seems they weren't so trivial after all.
Oh no, we
Never
must be
mind.
6.
That's what we have V1 for.
Oh, V1, not 6. Whoopsie.
You must be Raven. Never sparred with one of Walter's hounds before. This had better be worth it. Let's get this trash out of the way.
Chatty! Chatty, he's
AI controlled AC, always the same.
What?
tourist.
Chatty kind of sounded like Walter for a second. But Walter's dead, right? Unless Walter is an AI. That's strange. I'm getting beat up right now.
1 repair kit remaining.
I haven't seen moves like that before. Interesting. This is no time for fun and games, Freud. Our objective is to seize this island. You can ignore the mutt. Yes, Snail. You're right. Now then, let's continue.
Damn.
I'm glad I chose your company over Snail's. You fight like a hound on the hunt. At this altitude, you might expect to be scavenger bird.
Sorry to leave you, tourist. Watch those laser drones. It takes serious skill to use them the way he does.
Damn.
No repair kits remaining.
What a glorious view. What I wouldn't give to fight like this forever.
Show him that we're not doing this for fun.
Left hand and right hand destination at 50%. AP at 50%.
Not now. Lots more. I want
Got him.
Confirmed. V1. Freud down.
Got him.
I was right to bet on you, tourist. Me, Walter, Chatty. We were all counting on you.
Okay, mission complete. Damn, that's a lot of money. Okay.
Incoming comms.
Just went to say goodbye to Chatty. He was an AI I developed. Could have moved him into a new body, but... well, I never could bring myself to back him up. Be like taking the life out of him. You seem like you've lost someone too. Hope I'm just imagining things.
What? I mean, we lost Walter. Unless they're talking about, Cortana. Which is a little different. Ah, well. Okay, breach the Carmen line. Eliminate the enemy squad. Destroy Arquebus interceptor fleet.
I'll brief you job, tourist. The Xylem's just inside the Karman line, skimming the border of outer space. Meanwhile, Arquebus still hasn't taken full control over Rubicon's closure system. They're locked out of the satellite cannons, making this their last line of defense. We'll be fighting their interceptor fleet in the air. But we're not totally screwed. This area of space is thick with residual coral from the fires of Ibis. Take a dip in the coral flow, and you could draw on an unlimited source of energy. That's all, tourist. Break through the fleet, and the vascular plan is ours.
Okay. Oh, welcome into Appy. Welcome in. How are you, Appy-chan? How is life? How is life, Appy-chan? Welcome in. Should I go heavy? I think I'll go heavier. You are early? Yes. I am early, aren't I? Just a little bit. A little bit early. Life as a drug dealer's good. This guy. Yeah, I saw you were playing, Schedule 1. I saw you were playing that one. What was I gonna say? So, going back to... What am I trying to say? So today I did actually decide to take a sick day, but only after I went to work. So technically I've been home for a while now. Initially I woke up in the morning and I was like, I wasn't 100%, but I was like, I'll just go to work and see what happens. And then I went to work and I was just like, the more the day went on, the more like out of breath and fatigued I felt, even though I wasn't doing much of anything. And so the problem is that I tend to feel like I go to work and I tend to feel, last week I went to work. I'd feel kind of terrible in the morning, but sometimes I get to work and then I feel fine. Other times I feel terrible in the morning and I just kind of suffer through the day, or like sometimes I feel good in the morning, suffer through the day, whatever. It's kind of hard to gauge how I'll feel throughout the day based on how I feel in the morning, generally. So, yeah, but today I was feeling worse as time went on, and I was like, let's call it a day. So yeah, which brings us to now. But my supervisor was basically like, what the heck is this? Oh, interesting. My supervisor was basically saying like, something to the effect of, next time call out early so you don't have to waste time coming to work. So, yeah. And he said that if I need to stay home tomorrow, it's all good too, so. But yeah, it really is hard to gauge. I don't know. I do generally feel kind of bad when I leave work. Because I can suffer through the day, but I do suffer through the day. So, it's kind of rough. But yeah, it really is hard to gauge. Like some days, the most consistent way to get me out of breath is if I have to bend over to do something, or if I have to heavily exert when lifting things. But usually that involves me bending over for stuff. So if I have to climb under a desk to like plug something in, it doesn't always happen, but it's the most likely to get me out of breath, and I don't know why. Because it's just like, you know, crawling underneath and plugging something in for like, I don't know, 30 seconds. And then I'm out of breath for like 5 minutes. And today, what's weird is that I came home, right? I was feeling like still kind of whatever. I took a nap, I got up, and then I was feeling like pretty okay. And then I was like, oh, I can start stream early. And then I started stream, and the moment I start talking, I'm out of breath again. So I don't know if you can tell that I'm just kind of like breathing, but like loudly breathing. But yeah, I'm kind of out of breath today. But I get kind of like almost lightheaded. Maybe lightheaded is not the word, but I feel like really exhausted. Sometimes I feel like really, really exhausted. Like I could just like collapse at its worst. And then sometimes it's like I'm just standing still and I just like need to, I feel like I'm not getting enough oxygen the more I breathe, or even though I'm breathing a lot. And I remember there was, I think one time last week when I was, towards the end of the day, I was kind of out of breath. And I had to like sit down because I couldn't stand up for like a long period of time because I would just get really out of breath. Sitting down generally helped me feel less out of breath, so I don't know what's happening. But yeah, Appy says, what do your docs say about that? So I went to see the doctor and, well, so my mom was considering the possibility of like diabetes or like a gluten allergy or something. But I had a blood test, right? And the doctor analyzed the blood test and just said that I'm low in vitamin D. Vitamin D, I'm like very low. Vitamin B, I'm like lightly low. And I have like cholesterol that's like right a little above what's acceptable. But for the most part, everything's mostly fine. And so I imagine that if I had a gluten allergy, I feel like I would have learned that when I was young, unless you can develop that over time. And the diabetes thing is possible, but got him, nice. The diabetes thing would be a possibility without the blood test. I feel like after having gotten the blood test, I think I would imagine that the doctor would have told me if something was weird about my blood sugar levels. But I also don't know if she was testing for that in specific. So, but you should also be getting tons of vitamin D now considering where you live. I'm actually like kind of tan now. Kind of. I have like 3 layers of tan. So when I go for a run, I like to wear this like sleeveless exercise shirt. So my torso is one shade. I have a different shade where my like shirt sleeves would be, my t-shirt sleeves, because of my run, and then I have my t-shirt tan, which is from my, I don't know my muscles that well, but you know what I'm saying. I essentially have a t-shirt tan, a sleeveless tan, and a no tan. So I have like 3 different shades of tan going on. But for the most part, no one's like telling me that I look pale anymore. So we've got that going for us. So I think I'm pretty healthy vitamin D level, I would imagine. I forgot to take my supplement this week. When I initially got my vitamin D supplement, I could definitely tell that I was deficient because I took the supplement and that night I could feel like my extremities tingling, like my fingers and feet. I could feel it like tingle. And I think that's just, I don't know, my body finally getting to absorb the vitamin D that it was so deficient in for so long. But ever since that first week, I think the second week was pretty good as well, but I'm noticing I'm not really affected by taking it anymore. I forgot to take it this... I usually take it on Monday night. I forgot to take it this past week, so I took it today during lunch. But I'm still out of breath, so it's like, I don't... Anyway.
Time to do or die.
But yeah.
Let's get our laughs while we can.
I don't know what's going on with me. And I don't know... And then this kind of makes me think about, like, what should I do tomorrow, you know? Because I do have the sick time to take. Like, if I really wanted to, I could just take another sick day.
Hope
But...
you don't mind a little friendly competition.
I guess a part of me is
Looks like I got the first point.
not sure, because I feel like...
Locking approach to the vascular plant. Main fleet, hold the defensive line.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to stop talking during dialogue, but... So I guess... Actually, no, let me finish my thought first. So my thought is that if somebody else... Okay, let's say in a hypothetical situation that I'm not experiencing what I'm experiencing. If somebody told me, like, Taku, I get randomly out of breath and I keep going to work even though I have a bunch of sick time I could be taking. I get really out of breath and I feel like I'm gonna pass out sometimes and I have a hard time, like, I just randomly feel out of breath and I could take a sick day and I could just go home and rest, but I choose not to. If I heard that, I'd probably be like, just take your sick day. That's stupid. You have sick time, just use it if you're not feeling well. But then, as I experience it, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I could use a sick time, but I'm not gonna bother. You know? So, I guess, I don't know, I also... It's a weird thing, because I do feel like I'm kind of health conscious. Like, health conscious to the extent of I notice when something is amiss very easily. But I also do not advocate for my own health. And I will put off... If I do not need to see a doctor, I'm not going to see a doctor. I don't care how much insurance is covering. I need to be, like, dying. But, unless it's, like, if it's gonna be, like, a long-term problem, like, if I don't take care of this now, it could be a long-term problem, then I'll go see a doctor. But if it's, like, I think I'll just walk this off, or it's too much of a hassle to whatever the problem is, then I won't see the doctor. What am I saying? So... With that being said, I'm not sure what to do tomorrow, because my supervisor has already given me the all clear to just be like, you know, if you still don't feel good tomorrow, just, there's no need to come in. He can take care of what I was assigned. So, with that being said, it's like, oh yeah, I could just take the day off tomorrow. But then, a part of me is like, well, I myself do not see taking a rest as a necessity, so I feel like I should go in. I could use a rest, but it's not necessary. I haven't passed out on the job yet. I'm out of breath, and, like, I can't stand for long periods of time sometimes. But I can still work. Concerning health issues aside, I can still work. You know, and I think that's kind of the weird line to draw. Oh, welcome into Mandy and Azur. Sorry, I'm talking about my health problems. So, sorry, to catch you back up to speed, I was saying that, as I brought up over the past few weeks. Hello, Mandy. How are you, Mandy? As I've brought up over the past few weeks, I get randomly out of breath, and usually it occurs when I have to, like, crawl underneath a desk. Something about me bending over or, like, crawling on the floor, it gets me out of breath. Like I can go for a run and I'll be fine, but if I like have to bend over to grab something, I'll get out of breath. And it'll stay like that. And I don't know what causes it. Even the doctor doesn't understand. I don't understand, but it doesn't happen all the time. But if it's going to happen, it's most likely going to happen because I've crawled underneath something. So, anyways, but Mandy says, you guys, I might be done with school semester by tomorrow night, possibly Friday. Depends on how hard I want to grind. Nice, woo! Excited. I'm excited for you, Mandy. Mandy, are you ready to post your grades and let us see how you did during the semester? Are you ready for us to see? But yeah, sorry, so to continue catching you guys up to speed, I have sick time, right? But I'm conflicted about when I should use it or if I should use it. Because if somebody else told me, Taku, I'm out of breath randomly, I have all this sick time, I could use it, but I'm still just going to the office regardless of how I feel, I would be like, bro, just take the sick time. There's no point in not using your sick time. You might as well use it, especially if you're not feeling well. But as myself, I think, like, I guess to me, I feel like I also don't advocate for my health very much. I feel like I'm very health conscious. Like, I notice when something's wrong, but when it comes time to, like, relax or, like, tap out, I feel like I don't tap out. And then that's kind of an issue as well. I think the unpredictability of the breathing issue is also kind of difficult, because some days I feel terrible in the morning, I go to work, and then I feel better. And then sometimes I feel like okay in the morning, I go to work, and then I progressively feel worse as the day goes on. And sometimes it's just like I feel out of breath for like an hour, and then I go back to being fine. So I'm not really sure when would be an appropriate time for me to take the sick. But even my supervisor was saying, like, he was saying, if you don't feel good tomorrow, just don't come in. We can take care of it. Don't even worry about it. And he also said something to the effect of, use your sick time. That's why you have sick time. He was like, you have sick time for a reason. Just use it. But so with that being said, he's very like pro use your sick time. But I don't know. I guess I don't want to be a slacker, and I don't want other people to think I'm a slacker. But also sometimes I just like, I'm out of breath and nothing's happening, and I just want to go lie down, because if I lie down, I know I can breathe fine. So anyways, but yeah, you're caught up. This is, and I'm still out of breath. So if you hear me just kind of like throughout the stream, now you know why. Anyway, so we're caught up. Sorry, I need to catch up on chats. I might be doing some art class groups later this summer through my job. Nervous, excited. Very nice. Excited to be able to spend time with Mandy. What? What are you guys gonna do? I feel like I haven't had a life, me, since high school. Azur says, unless you get busy with fam stuff, in which case I understand. Take time. No, I'm thinking of you. So nice. Mandy says, sorry, Taco, I didn't mean to interject on my stuff. The breathing thing is very concerning. Don't even worry about it. I enjoy having like 3 different conversations at once. So don't even worry about it. It's fine. I just wanted to catch you guys up to what me and Abby were talking about. Mandy's in the grind, so true. We'll have so much more time soon, so true. Do you have something pressing against your lungs? I don't know if it's because, like, sometimes, maybe it's because I'm, like, slowly getting a gut as time goes on. And maybe it's just, like, my gamer posture just crunches my lungs. And it just rubs up against my, like, gamer gut and then it just like I can't breathe because my lungs are crunched or something. I don't know, dude. I am trying to run to keep the blood flowing, keep everything in check, but the problem now is that I can't do my Tuesday and Thursday runs for now because I've noticed that my ankles hurt when I walk, and I think it's because I've had the same shoes for like 7 years, and I think the padding of my shoes are really worn out, so my ankles take the full brunt of the concrete when I run, and I think I'm like bruising the inside of my ankles, so I need to get new shoes before I go back running. That's kind of a different tangent, but yeah. Anyways, but to bring the point back around, it could be that I'm just out of shape, and that's what's pressing against my lungs. I don't know. Totally right, by the way. Once I got my first check, I was like, I am obsessed with my job. Nice. Financial treatment, so true. Look for better options for PC, so true. Taku, I literally think it's your diet. I'll have you know that I eat significantly better than I did when I was living by myself. When I currently have a large variety of things to eat. When I was living by myself, it would be like the oven pizza and noodles every Sunday, and at least mozzarella sticks at least once a week. It's pretty bad. Azur says, I enjoy having 3 different conversations at once, but won't know the context or remember the context of 2 out of 3 convos. Listen here. I didn't say that I was good at it. I just say I like it. And Mandy says you should go on a whole foods diet, cut out oil. I did that 2 weeks ago. I feel amazing. I need to cut out sugar. I need to just like stop drinking sugar. I think that's the problem. Oh, another problem? It could also be because I don't sleep. I haven't slept well lately because I've been drinking Thai tea at night. I love it. I absolutely love drinking Thai tea. But I think it has like a little bit of caffeine in it, and I think I'm not sleeping very well. So maybe I need to. Speaking of which, I have my McDonald's coffee. I didn't finish it yet, and it's currently sitting right in front of me on my desk, and I'm still drinking it. It's like 6:20. So, yep, not gonna feel good tomorrow either. I'm setting myself up for failure. It's time for new shoes. I agree. Need new running shoes as well. I heard my mom was saying I think Asics or something. Asics are the best running shoes. Does anyone have any opinions on running shoes? I've been using Nike. The Nike shoes I've got, I'm actually really surprised because the top has held up very nicely. Like the top of my shoes look like they're new, but the bottom is so worn out that it's amazing my foot hasn't come out of the bottom. Anywho, walking is just as good for you, if not better, because it saves your knees. Ew. Walking? Gross, man. Isn't all oil processed? Cooking oil processed? I don't know. Where does cooking oil come from? I'm just skimming to catch up. Azur says, I hate vegetables except potatoes. That's rough, man. Gamer diet for real, for real. Saute my veggies in veggie broth. Coconut aminos. Don't consume sugar either unless it's fruit. Well, sugar is a naturally occurring substance, right? For like some... Like if you have rice, it's technically like... To some extent it's sugar, right? Or has the properties of... Anyway, that... I guess that's besides the point. Anyway, isn't Thai tea pretty much a black tea? Is it? Is it the same strength as black tea? Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. What's running? Running? You guys like running? Mandy says, I eat 5 different vegetables a day per meal sometimes. And I prefer walking. Walking's nice with friends, but when I do it by myself, I don't know. Like, I find that if I'm going for a run and I start walking for too long, eventually I just pull my phone out and I start watching YouTube videos when I'm walking. I'm very iPad kid coded. Like, I need the mental stimulation or I'm going to fall asleep. You know, I can't walk. I gotta run. I'm either running or I'm walking and watching YouTube. So it's tough. It's tough being having a mind that cannot be deprived of stimulation for longer than 5 minutes. Anywho, blowing up the chat. Don't even worry about it. We're catching up. Blow it up. So true. Depends on oil. I started using a lot of olive oil because I tend to buy olive oil because I used to watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay cooking shows and he always like glugs the oil in there. And in hindsight, maybe I should have just got vegetable oil because I don't even know what olive oil tastes like. It's so like tasteless. You might as well just get vegetable, right? Isn't an olive a vegetable or something? Mandy says, I go on hella night walks blasting my mute. What? I blast my music during the day, but if I'm running at night, I don't know if I'd blast. I'd be too worried about someone sneaking up on me. Well, I guess now Mandy will think about that. Oh no. Azur says, I walk up a hill, then call it a day. Mandy says, Taku needs a treadmill so he can watch YouTube videos while walking. We have an elliptical. The treadmill is not in an air-conditioned location. So it will be very hot, and at that point I might as well just go outside. So I do miss my treadmill back at the apartment though. I mean, watching a video, walking is fine, at least you are walking. Can neither run nor walk. Make sure you get light olive oil. I think I just had like regular or like extra virgin olive oil. I don't even know what does it even mean to be extra virgin olive oil? What's the difference between that and normal olive oil? Is it like taste or something? You know what I should have done? This is kind of gross, but I should have just like took a little shot of olive oil and just like at least put it in my mouth or like drank it so I know what the taste tastes like, because I can't tell. I know that sounds gross, but I use it for cooking, but I don't actually know what it tastes like. You know? A proper chef should know what every ingredient tastes like. 2 tablespoons of oil is like 500 calories. Well, I'll burn it off. I'll burn off the calories by using my brain when I'm watching Discord videos on Reddit. So it's going somewhere. People use that to saute stuff before they even start their meal. Me IRL. You don't want to use virgin olive oil on high heat. Does it get like low fire point or something or whatever? Azur says, ew, night running scary. All the cockroaches? Azur? Cockroaches? Have you finally come to accept the proper way of saying cockroaches? I run at night when I get scared. The adrenaline of something lurking in the shadows is what drives me to sprint faster. Squig's got her back. So true. Mostly walk. So true. Literally has more anxiety than I do. The night run makes Squigs run faster, and Squigs running faster makes me run faster. He will notice something far beyond human sense. So true. I never thought about it that way. Oh. So Squigs notices ghosts as well, mayhaps? Mandy says, I don't like oil texture-wise. I don't like when things are oily. I think it depends on what the oily thing is. Now, I like oil, but I don't like too much of it. There's this one really good, now maybe this isn't oil, but there's this one really good burger place that I like to go to. The burger is phenomenal. The problem is that the burger's juices just leak out of the burger. So if you pick up, by the time it comes back home, it's already like 30%. The bottom bun is like soaked in oil or just miscellaneous burger juice substances. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's related to what we're talking about, but welcome into Kitsune. Guys, I'm gonna blast out Kitsune's situationship drama, okay? Are you ready? I'm just kidding. Well, I'm half kidding. I do want to get there, though. Kitsune, do I have free permission to just blast your whatever's going on? Kitsune... Okay, so me, Appy, and Kitsune were talking on Kitsune's stream last night. Kitsune's got... Yes, but here we go. Let's go. Sorry, let me catch up first, but I do want to get there. Mandy says there's a basement room under the stairs at my work where they have me store stuff. I saw a bunch of dead roaches down there. First time ever see... Your first time ever seeing roaches? Or the first time ever seeing the roaches down there? And I swept them all up. But I'm sure there are more alive... Ew. Anywho. So... Nightmare. You haven't seen cockroaches IRL? I feel like I see them like once a month. In just miscellaneous places. Mandy, would you like some cockroaches? I can just like bundle them up and send them over so you can experience them. Anywho, so now I'm trying to remember all of what Kitsune said yesterday, but it's a boil down what Kitsune was saying, and feel free to correct me, Kitsune, if I get something wrong, but essentially, I believe Kitsune met this girl on a dating app. I think today's day 4, but they've been talking over the course of 3 days. This girl has said... She put on her profile something like, something to the effect of, I don't like, or, sorry. Something on the profile said something to the effect of, don't waste my time. There it is, thank you. It's, don't waste my time, and, oh, what was it? I like men who are more interested in me than I am in them, is what was on the profile. So Kitsune, in response to this, was messaging her. Apparently, the conversation flows really well. They really click. Kitsune's been trying to, like, be very direct about, like, I want to take you on a date. He's trying to be like, here's, bring your friend along, I'll bring a friend along, we can do a double date, blah blah blah. And I think after 3 days of texting, Kitsune, oh, the second one is when we started talking. Sorry, second, what? Sorry, he was trying to get a date rolling or something. And ultimately, the girl said that the girl called him obsessive or something. Sorry, I know I'm getting some, like... I know the points, but how we get there is I'm not quite sure what led up to being called Kitsune being called obsessive, but like Mandy says, poor Kitsune with all the girl drama. So funny. And we need to talk about red flags, my guy. So true. I thought she wanted that. So, oh, Kitsune says, a man that loves me more than I love him was on her my type list. So, I don't know, dude. Like, me personally, hear me out, right? My situation, beggars can't be choosers, right? Alas, I am a choosy guy. Regardless, I don't mind a little games, but this is too much games. This is too much games for 3 days, okay? I don't know. Listen, it's one thing if it's like she wants something more laid back and you come off a little strong. That's one thing. It's another thing to put on your bio to be like, don't waste my time. And then someone asks you out and then you're like, ew, obsessive. You know, it's like, he's trying not to waste your time. Just tell him yes or tell him no. Either answer's fine. Just pick one. I don't know why. As far as I can tell, I don't see what Kitsune, I mean, I wasn't there, obviously, but just based on what Kitsune tells me, it's like, I don't see what Kitsune did wrong. He's being direct. It seems like direct is what you're looking for. He's trying to be direct, but yet he's getting roasted for talking to her, I guess. I don't know. I mean, this all comes with the tag of I wasn't there. So maybe there's more to this, but I don't know. It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. I do hope good things for you at Kitsune, but oh my. If someone were to do that to me, I would just be like, okay, actually no. I wouldn't be invested whatsoever. If she wants... Oh, thank you. Listen here. If she wants to date, that's awesome. But the chase leading up to that is so... It's like... I don't know. Anyway, sorry. My mom just stopped by. Meatloaf for dinner. So, I'll be, eating intermittently. Sorry, I need to catch up on chats. I am not emotionally available right now. Me IRL. Kitsune says it was low-key my fault for asking that while at work. Nah. There's no right time. Mandy says, why on earth did you swipe? I didn't know. She put it on her profile, literally. So true. Kitsune wants to be chosen, but wants to fight for it. Kitsune was saying something yesterday about, like, what was it? That thing on the bio, right? Kitsune was like, where it said, I want a man who wants me more than I want him. Kitsune was like, I'm that guy. I'm what she's looking for. I'm that guy. So, thought it was so funny. Perfect matching. Again, would have been instant red flag for me. She may as well have said I'm a red flag. Another story that makes me so happy. I'm uninterested in dating. I don't mind. I don't mind going on dates and whatever. Me personally. I'm interested in dating, but I'm not interested in games that are this roundabout. I think I would lose my mind. I would check out. If this happened to me, I'd be like, you know, if you want to date, that's cool. But you just let me know, because I'm not doing this roundabout thing. If you want to date, let's go. If not, that's fine. But I'm not playing this game. Anyway. What Kitsune did wrong was swipe in the first place, but it's okay, Kitsune, you're only human. Ah, classic. Girl doesn't know what she's looking for. She might not really be looking at all. Just browsing, window shopping. Mandy says, I want Kitsune to find love, even though I'm not sure. I believe it exists. I believe love exists. I don't know if I believe true love exists. Azur says, I want Kitsune to find a relationship that fulfills him. That might not be a romantic one. Valid. Taku saying he's okay with games does concern me a little. It's like a little games. If it's like, oh, we're going on a date? That's fine. But if it's like, I put on my profile that I want someone who's more interested in me. That, you know, I don't know. Oh, and Mandy says going to bed. Huge day tomorrow. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful night, Mandy. Good night, Mandy. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm Taku. Got him. Yeah, have a wonderful night, Mandy. Have a wonderful night. I believe love exists. Oh my. Let's see. Had to lose a game real quick. While you were eating, you might as well... Hold on. Let Kitsune talk on stream to redeem himself. Shorty? Also, the reason she turned down the date was her friend thought he's not right for her. Is that what happened? I don't... Okay, so I will admit, I was playing Darktide last night. After... I was gonna say after... No, yeah, I guess... No, Appy was streaming yesterday. Yeah, I was playing Darktide last night. So, some words were kind of cut off by Darktide screaming, but, I'm not sure if I heard that part. Let's see. First of all, on Hinge, her profile said, "Don't waste my time." I can't even lie. There are a few red flags. We've talked about dating profiles before, but the big red flag is "Don't waste my time." Honestly, that's probably the biggest one. There are a few things that make me swipe left personally. If there's a profile that has a lot of travel stuff, like she likes traveling to, I don't know, Europe, other states, lots of traveling. That's not me. Nothing wrong with that, but I don't like going outside, so I feel like we got a lifestyle incompatibility there, so that'll make me swipe left. You like going outside? Swipe left. Red flag is "Don't waste my time." When the "what do you like to do" prompt is answered with "just ask me," that's a red flag. What else? I should go look at dating profiles again. There's a lot of stuff that makes me swipe left though. Drugs, I'll swipe left. Partying, I'll swipe left. Partying is not really like a red flag necessarily, but it's definitely a lifestyle thing. It's like traveling. I don't party. I don't like traveling, so that's just not gonna work. So, anyways, but yeah, Kitsune says, that was what I swiped on her because I'm not trying to waste time. We started talking and it was going well. Texted her, talked almost all the time for 3 days. So I asked her what was her type, you know, because I'm trying to move forward. She said she was too nervous to go on a date. I said, no problem, we'll go out, just vibe, no date expectations. She said she'd consider it. Not gonna lie. Oh, wait. Her type was someone who loved her more than she loved him. I'm that guy. But she's emotionally unavailable. This reminds me... Sorry, I don't want to deviate too far from the conversation, but I saw this Reddit story about this guy. He had an online girlfriend for 2 years, and he what was it? He finally went to like another state, like several hours away. I think he had to fly in to meet with her. And after he met with her, she was saying that her anxiety is like really bad, so she has to work herself up to talk to him in person. So he had to wait until like the mid-afternoon. He would essentially like do group activities with her, but only during the afternoon because she was too anxious about meeting him during the morning or alone. It's a very odd story. I mean, I guess, you know, if it works, it works, but it's very odd. Azur says, she is very emotionally unavailable. So true. Kitsune says, I don't want to be friends. I'm so delulu for her right now. Today we talked about why she was emotionally unavailable. Low-key understandable, but I've kind of been through the same. I feel like... Not to say anybody asked for my opinion, but... My opinion? I would put a pin in it, personally. If this was me, if she wants to talk, down to chat. But I would have zero investment in anything that's happening until she's ready. I would not... I can't imagine finding an investment. I would lose my mind, I feel.
Bagged one yourself, huh?
Oh wait, that's right. These explode when you
We've got eyes on the
whatchamacallit?
independent mercenary. Prioritize fire on Raven.
When you destroy the bridge.
Looks like they want you dead first. Tough break. It's not easy being popular.
It's not easy being popular.
You down. Not bad, tourist.
Okay, sorry, I just wanted to play the
Looks like all
game,
your
but
fans are dying to see your
continue.
colors.
Continue what you're saying.
Blast your way through. We're cleaning up.
Oh, am I supposed to... What? Bro, I can't jump that far. I hope you're not expecting me to jump all the way over there.
We've lost the vanguard. Main
Oh,
fleet,
never mind.
Maintain formation.
It's unlimited gas. It is gas.
That's third interceptor to go down.
I need to start putting some food in my mouth before it goes cold.
Before it goes to the tourists.
Main fleet 2, you must hold the line.
They're spread out wide. I'll start taking them out from the right. You take the left.
Okay, sorry. Hold on. I am gonna stuff food in my face and I'm gonna read these messages. Hold on. And the flirting is heavy. I'm living in delusion for her. I'm so delulu for her right now. That's kind of real though. I mean, not real is the wrong word. Relatable. Relatable is the right word. She asked what would happen if we were friends. I said if it happened, I'd be kind of heartbroken, but I understand if she dated someone else, I end up fighting the guy. 5 days now, boy. I struggle with very serious emotional instability. Only way to describe it. I think this was like probably like 9 months ago by now, 6 months ago. But I remember when Giggles and Grizz were having the joint stream, and dude, I should get see if Giggles and Grizz are available to chat again. They have such a funny dynamic. I remember them both talking about how what was it? Something like toxic partners or relationships are just so much fun or something like that. Oh. Now, I can't relate. I joke about relating. I can't relate. Stability's good. The off the rails thing, it's fun. It's fun to watch someone else go through it, but I'm good. I'm good on that. So, you want off this roller coaster? I really do. It's tough. You see the potential in her, but she's literally giving you nothing with these interactions. So true. She also deals with self-image issues. I've dated someone like that before. Emotions are always on max, but I don't care. She feels she isn't enough. I feel like I don't deserve her. I don't know, man. I had a thought in my head, but it's gone now. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I hope I'm not talking too loud into my mic tonight, guys. Sorry if I'm kind of loud. Okay, but yeah, general reminder, if you see this motion and no sound, I'm eating. So, I'll be eating for the next, like, 15 minutes with intermittent talking, probably. So, hold on.
this sector dealt with. Wait, what's that? We're under attack? Tourist! Unidentified AC on the Xylem. Head back, pronto!
Here we are, buddy. I was right all along. You were just another threat to Rubicon.
It's that Vesper. That's no Archivist AC.
Even with the combined might of the corporations, I couldn't stop you. This new AC kid.
Sorry. Still eating. But, let's see. She ended up deleting her hinge, though, so I shall live in delusion some more. Kitsune, do you know if this girl's real? Is she real? Not a catfish? How do we know? What if she's real? Okay. Okay, good. Good. Automatically to catfish. You'd be surprised by the amount of catfish profiles I've seen. It's pretty common. Let's see. Can't deal with another heartbreak. Letier. 5-day heartbreak is nothing compared to something that you elongate and you know is volatile. You can get obsessed with another girl that is better for you. Got the riz, you deserve better than someone who outwardly says she doesn't want to love you. Kitsune has so much riz that... Sorry, I bit my tongue when I said riz. Ow. Kitsune has so much riz, dude. Kitsune has had more women interested in him than I have had in the past 10 years, probably. Kitsune's had more people interested in him in 3 months than I have in several years. You've got the riz, my good man. Very true. If she's asking you if you want to be friends as a hypothetical, she doesn't really want you as a partner, I fear, but she likes the way you make her feel. Never thought of it like that, but makes sense to me. Got her number, seen her pics. Nice. Nice. Kitsune, what is the maximum amount of time you're willing to wait for this girl? What's the maximum? When's the deadline? Is there a deadline? Is it just like a vibes-based deadline, or...
Well, that explains was that Vespa? That's no arquebus, I see.
Even with the combined might of the corporations, I couldn't stop you. But this new AC can.
Well, that explains it. I don't know why, but it looks like he was using the corpse too.
They've always been after Ryokan, taking what they can get. Someone has to put an end to this injustice.
Now look at me, tourist. Just make sure you win this.
Always were at your best under pressure, buddy. This ends here and now. Where did this resolve come from? You must have chosen something, sacrificed something. You found your purpose, didn't you, buddy? I won't stop. Chase the clouds from over Ryokan. Only I can fly high enough. It must be heavy. This purpose you found. You finally showed me who you are. It's too late now, but it didn't have to be this way. You flew just out of reach, buddy.
Buddy, huh? Do him a favor, tourist. Remember him. Satellite cannons? This isn't right. There's no way the corpse took the closure system. Who's controlling them?
Alright, sorry. I wanted to make sure I was done with food before I opened my mouth again. Okay, I'm done. Anywho, so Azur says her deadline is in 2 days, though it should have been today. Sorry, I need to go further back. A month, 3 months. Deadline is now, her time is up. Don't waste a month of your life on a girl that is unavailable, Kitsune. So true, Azur. Her deadline is in 2 days. 1 whole week. Work for 2 days? Yes, Lady Azur. Is it dumb that I like someone so strongly in less than a week? Seems highly possible. Yeah, like Azur just said, I don't think dumb's the right word. I don't think it's dumb, but you should analyze your past patterns in relationships and see if you are repeating. Diving into a relationship this fast is tricky because you basically are falling for someone you don't even know at all. Yeah, I agree. I'd say, yeah, I agree. I don't. It's hard to really get to know someone well in 4 days, you know? Maybe you see in her what you want to see, you know? And everyone else sees the emotional unavailability. Maybe that's what it is. Anywho, I'm done with dinner now, so I can just keep talking.
Augmented human C4621. Entering standard mode.
I need to stop drinking my coffee, though. Like, I kind of like this coffee, kind of, but it's actually also kind of terrible. There's only 5 chapters, isn't there? Shut down the closure satellites. This concludes the chapter. This might be our last mission. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take a quick 5-minute break. I have to go grab another drink because I'm thirsty and I need to stop drinking this coffee. So I'm going to go grab something else. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I'll be right back and then we'll finish the game up. BRB. BRB. Less than 5 minutes, more like 2 minutes. I chose to settle on an age-old classic drink. Water. Sorry. Made me gag. Water's disgusting. Anyways, I'm definitely repeating the bait is simply affection. All I need is a little bit of affection. And then I'm in. Kitsune, you deserve better, so true. What affection from what you said here? She has said she is emotionally unavailable, wants you to love her more than she will ever love you, and asked if you just want to be friends. A valid point, Azur-chan. There's been a lot of talking between TBH. I was more in depth on stream yesterday because I was talking and not typing. Did she seem affectionate? I think it's important to distinguish getting along well with someone and being affectionate. And I feel like Kitsune and this girl, I feel like, get along very well, but I can't really speak on the word affectionate necessarily, because I don't know if affectionate applies. I hate people wasting time in dark. Dude, I think it was on Tuesday, I think I was like, was it? Oh, today's Wednesday. Yeah, on Tuesday, there was this pair of these two guys that were wasting so much time in Darktide. They were nowhere close to where you were supposed to go, and they were just standing there. And it got so bad. The third teammate left, like once or twice. Even I left. I came back. I did quick play again, and then it quick played me back into the same match with the same guys. I was gonna lose my mind. But yeah, I hate when people waste time. It's not about the killing, it's about getting this objective done, getting out. Yep. The thing about the guys that were wasting my time the other day, it wasn't even, they weren't killing anything. At least nothing noteworthy. They were literally just standing there. Like, just roaming around like the halls of nothing that's there. And I think they were high enough level to be playing with me. So they have to have like some level of like knowing where to go, right? But they were still wasting my time. But anyway, she likes me apparently, but doesn't want to push it. The silence. Sorry, going back to what the Kitsune and this girl thing. I think getting along well with someone is different from affection. You know? You can get along well, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she's affectionate. Maybe she is. I can't really speak about on her being affectionate because I don't remember that part, but I do remember you guys getting along well, if that counts for anything.
Raven, I was the one who fired the satellite cannons.
Bro, why would you do that?
I know that you've made your choice. Then I must do my duty. As a Rubiconian.
I can't tell if am I the bad guy? Or to me, I'm doing what seems like the right choice.
I'm waiting at the closure station. Come to me, Raven.
I sympathize with Ayer, but I don't think that sparing Ayer's life is worth sacrificing the entire universe being covered in coral. Because that just seems dangerous. Now, I am a little bit confused on some story
Ship's
parts,
pretty roughed up.
but
Autopilot's out. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way.
why did you put autopilot on like the most exposed part of the entire
I'll
thing?
leave the satellites to you, tourist. You know, for a tourist, you've got a sense of humor. Good luck out there.
Are we the baddies? She's worth it. I don't even know. Ayer's like a ghost, pretty much. We haven't actually seen Ayer.
Raven,
Ayer just kind of lives in our head.
I know you can still see it. The voices of the coral. And yet you turned your back on our shared potential. You want to silence us forever.
I'm sorry, Air, but it must be done. Is that Air? Is that you? Damn.
Raven, I will stop you. You will never burn Rubicon.
Are we the baddies?
Main system activating combat mode.
Sorry, I'm gonna catch you guys up on the story, and also I'm gonna catch up on chat real quick before I do this fight. What do I do with all the curios I don't need? Can I sell them? You can sell them. I pick the curios that I want, and then I don't bother with the rest. You can just sell them. You may be right, Taku. I shall conduct more research. I'm always right, man. No, ultimately, I mean, I laugh and such, but I do believe you deserve better, but it's not quite what I want to say. I think you should be as invested in the outcome as she is. Because if she's not invested, I don't see what the point of getting invested is if she's also not invested, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. Appy says, are we the baddie? She's worth it. Hot Ghost Waifu. Sounds like a final boss fight. This is probably the final fight of the game. So, I'm a little bit confused about the story, right? This is my first Armored Core game. My understanding is that we've been just like a mercenary for hire for quite a while under this guy Walter, and we were just like fighting stuff, blah blah blah, and then eventually we came into contact with the Coral, and then this girl Ayer, who's like she's like a voice of the Coral. She gets into our head, and then she's kind of like our friend directing us to do stuff. Eventually Walter dies, and we find out that Carla was working with Walter. Carla and Walter are part of a anti-Coral force. So Coral, you can think of it as like, my understanding is like it's like the energy source, or like the power. Essentially, I think of it like oil, you know? The corporations are fighting over Rubicon, because the planet Rubicon, because they want the coral, or they want the oil that's coming out of the planet. However, Walter and Carla are saying that the coral is growing exponentially. If left unchecked, it will take over the universe. Because there's too much of it. It needs to be destroyed in order to stop it from expanding over the whole universe. So, and I guess from Ayer's perspective, Ayer's like, well, I am one of the coral, and the coral is kind of like a living being, or several living beings, all kind of put together. And they all have like a voice and like a consciousness. So you should be working to not destroy the coral. So essentially you're given the choice of whether or not you want to be Team Carla to destroy the coral, or if you want to be Team Ayer and destroy the anti-coral group. Ultimately, I see coral expanding over the universe as a much greater threat than... If I understand it correctly, I see the coral being a much greater threat to the universe than... Sorry. I see the coral expanding over the universe as a great threat that needs to be stopped. That's the reason why I'm Team Carla. I also don't think if the corporations... don't have Coral to fight over, then they'll stop blowing each other up, is what I'm hoping for. Which is why I'm also pro destroying the Coral. I'm very slightly pro, like, I don't want air to, the Coral being air to die, but ultimately it's destroy air and save the universe. Sorry, the way I look at it, you either destroy air and save the universe, or you save air, but the universe gets taken over by Coral. And in that way, I don't think it's worth it. So that's where we're at. But yeah. Emotions should be reciprocal, says Appy. Absolutely agree. Damn, you're confused about FromSoft story? I'm shocked. It is really confusing, but it started making a bit more sense towards the end. I didn't understand the beginning because there were so many corporations that we were working for. We were playing as like a freelance unit that just goes wherever the money pays. So we were working for several different corporations, and I didn't understand the relation between each corporation or why we were there for a lot of the story. But I understand the gist of, like, this is the big bad. We gotta kill the big bad. So anyways, yeah, it's essentially oil. Okay, let's finish this up.
I will stop you and the Silo. Carrying our shared resolve on the wings of this machine.
And then after,
Symbiosis shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I could have walked together.
after this, I will look up online to see if I'm a terrible person or not. Because based on what I could see of the story, I imagine that I'm the good guy, but I'm not really sure.
2 repair kits remaining.
Air makes me feel like I'm a bad person, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm the baddie or not. Also, I equipped a terrible weapon for this fight. I should have equipped my melee. Damn.
50%.
Actually, sorry, I gotta I gotta restart this mission. I'm gonna need I want my melee. There. This is the one I wanted, sorry. I thought I had that equipped, but I didn't. Kitsune says there's a one-shot episode about the game. You're kind of the baddie. Whoops.
I'm waiting at the closure station.
Whoopsie.
Come to me, Raven.
I don't know, man. Coral taking over the universe kind of seems whack. I don't know. I'm about to Thanos snap all the Coral out of existence. Oh, I guess Thanos snap is only half, huh?
Ship's pretty roughed up.
That's only a half snap.
Main system activating combat mode.
Okay.
I will stop you and the Silo. Carrying our shared resolve on the wings of this machine. Symbiosis, a shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I could have walked together.
Damn.
2 repair kits remaining.
I'm taking so much damage. Okay, it seems like the red rockets. The blind spot is like right. If you dash forward, that's the blind spot.
Realize what you are. The spark of war. Fires that haunt Rubicon.
No repair kits remaining.
Oh my.
This Raven.
That should have killed me.
Lead light and ammunition at 50%.
My brothers and sisters.
Damn it.
You, the only one.
I'm kind of a terrible person. I still don't understand how.
Main system.
I don't understand how this isn't the right choice.
Catch the silo.
Or maybe it's like morally ambiguous or something. I don't know. Oh, damn it. No.
Symbiosis shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I could have walked together.
AP at 50%.
Damn.
You are strong. Dangerous. I will hold nothing back.
Damn.
AP at 50%. One repair kit remaining.
I realize what you are. The spark of war. Fires that haunt Rubicon.
Okay. Damn.
50%.
My brothers and sisters.
No repair kits remaining.
Humanity wants to burn it all. Everything on Rubicon. I won't let you. Your fire must die.
AP at 30%.
I'll end this, Raven.
Oh. I'm 1 HP. There we go. Second try. third try? Second or third? Damn.
There were no winners at the close of the Coral War. When the storm of fire finally faded, only the ashes of civilization remained. Ruined and haunted, the corporations made a joint announcement with the Planetary Closure Administration. Ryokan was to be abandoned, left a dead planet forever. Meanwhile, the monster who burned the stars vanished into the flames, never to be heard from again. Yet history would forever remember the fires of Raven.
Now, I think the ending... That ending seems to be... You know... you know how games give you the multiple endings? And they always have... The one that's just like the worst possible ending you could have possibly picked is the one that's the least fleshed out. Because surely no one would allow that to happen, right? I'm pretty sure we just got one of those. Like Appy says, the bad ending. But hear me out, right? To me, I mean, obviously, this isn't the ending that the game wanted me to take, obviously. But I said this earlier, I didn't know this game had decisions in the missions. I didn't notice the tag. So I've actually made many different decisions throughout the game without realizing I was making decisions. I was just taking missions. So that was kind of a mistake on my part. But aside from that, the...
Unlock condition verified.
Oh.
Playing back message. Sender. Handler Walter.
Looks like you got the job done. You chose to carry our burden and right the wrongs of the past. I'm sorry. And I'm grateful. 621. There's nothing left to bind you. Whatever choices you make now, I just hope you find your true potential.
So... Hold on, there might be more dialogue. I don't know.
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA status. Restoring access privileges. This is All Mind, the mercenary support system. Raven, you've returned. Welcome back. All Mind anticipates great things from you.
Looks like you passed the authentication. That was quite the welcome home. Well, whatever. Raven, that's who you are now. You're on Rubicon. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
Okay, I think it's just dropping us straight into New Game Plus. Yeah, we're back in Chapter 1. So, I'm confused about why that's a bad ending. I mean, obviously it was, right? But in terms of the choices to get there, I still don't see how it was a bad choice to get there, right? Because, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't seem like there's a good choice. It's either you blow up the planet with the coral on it so that the coral doesn't expand over the universe. And the coral's bad. It's going to expand over the universe. You could just blow up a Rubicon. Or you just let it happen and coral takes over the whole universe. And to me, it's like, well, then if that's the case, we should just blow up Rubicon. Maybe I don't understand the story fully. I have like a very surface level understanding of what's happening, but what has happened. But to me, it was like, it's either a planet, sacrifice the planet, or the whole universe gets just covered. Right. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, the planet's going then. But the game's like, no, that's not the choice you should make. It's like, so am I just supposed to let the whole universe just get taken over by coral then? It's like I don't understand how the universe gets taken over by coral is the good ending. Because to me, the coral's a bad thing, right? I mean, to be fair, I've kind of been like told what to think for like the entirety of this game. So it could just be that like Carla's kind of biased towards not liking the coral, which I would imagine so, but I don't know. To me, I still stand by my decision. I don't like that Rubicon had to be blown up. But I still think that blowing up Rubicon is better than... Sorry. Also, if coral is so easily explodable, if the whole universe is covered in coral, what's stopping the whole universe from exploding? If the thing gets too big. You know? So it's either tiny explosion or giant explosion, and I chose tiny explosion. And the game's like, no, you're not supposed to do that. And I'm sitting here like, well, I picked the lesser of two evils, but I was supposed to pick evil? But evil is good. I don't know, dude. But I don't know what... Appy says the good ending is fires a Rubicon instead of fire a Raven. I don't know what the good ending would be then, because to me the good ending would be the universe gets taken over by coral, which is bad. Right? It's like, if this planet's covered in gasoline, you could blow up the planet with the gasoline and the planet's exploded, or the whole universe is covered in gasoline. It's like, well, why don't I just, whatever. I don't know. I think I need to watch a YouTube video that explains what happened because I'm still a little lost. If there's anybody out there that understands, feel free to chime in. I'm still really lost. I don't understand. I still don't understand what I was expected to do here. Battle against other players in 1v1 or 3v3 online matches from Nest. Oh no. Maybe not. Okay. But I don't... Which ones are the ones for decisions? Let's see. We had a... I think this one was a decision, but it doesn't say that it's a decision. Oh, and I think I read something that said that you get... There's new endings for New Game Plus. I won't be doing that on the channel, but I do kind of want to check that out. I think I'll load it up on my Steam Deck and play it on my off time. So we're a bit early, which is kind of good and kind of bad. I do need to actually like get myself to rest. I feel like kind of okay right now, but that can change at a moment's notice. I do think I should actually like force myself to rest. I am starting to get a slight headache, but I think that's because I took 2 different naps today. So, yeah. So the problem is that when 8 o'clock hits, my Wi-Fi connection starts... Sorry, not Wi-Fi. My Ethernet connection, my network connection in general starts dropping after 8 p.m. So right about now is actually a good time to call it. I think I'll call it here. I know it's a bit early, but I'm going to call it here. Just so that we're already done. We only have 20 minutes left of good internet connection, and then it's going to drop anyways, so I might as well just end it here. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you to Appy, Azur, Mandy, Kitsune. Good seeing you all. So Friday will be Warhammer 40k Darktide at Appy. I don't think Bluxy's here, but I gotta send him a message. Friday will be Darktide. Saturday will be Immortals Phoenix Rising. Sunday's probably another break. Next week, if I don't get Immortals Phoenix Rising done on Saturday, I want to get it done as soon as possible on Monday and Wednesday next week. I'll try to be focusing on 1 game, 2 games. Sorry, 1 game for the most part, and then the other game will be multiplayer. I'm going to try to finish Phoenix Rising, and then I think we'll take a bit of a intermission on story games for a while. I want to play more easier accessible content like Project Zomboid. So we're going to do Darktide on Friday, Immortals Phoenix Rising. After that, we're going to grind out Immortals Phoenix Rising until the main story's done. After the main story's done, I'm going to switch to Project Zomboid for a bit, and then after that, when I feel like getting back to story stuff, I think we'll start with Sable, which I know is kind of a weird choice, but yeah. I want to finish Immortals Phoenix Rising. We've had the same thing on the channel for a while. I want to change things up, so we're going to try to move on. But good night, Taku. Good night, Kitsune. Thank you for joining. Good night to Appy as well. Good night, Azur. Good night, Mandy. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll catch you guys on Friday. Good night, everyone. Also, I'm gonna go watch a YouTube video for Fires of Rubicon. Oh! Lavi's raid settings do not allow you to raid. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Good night, everybody. Good night.